Alright, so for today's review, we are going to be taking a look at my custom Hitachi 470 made by TMC. So to start off the review, it obviously has a cab guard, a hammer, and new tracks. But if you haven't seen a review of a 470 before, the door does open. And it is a very nicely detailed cab interior. I could zoom in there. I could show you. There's a nice cab interior right there. The door doesn't open all the way like it does on the 350, but this model came out before the 350, so they obviously fixed it so the door does open all the way. You got some nice Hitachi decals right there, a nice metal handrail, and then coming to the back, a nice Hitachi decal. On the counterweight, you got some warning graphics on each side of the counterweight as well. A nice hollowed out exhaust, a nice air cleaner right there. And as you can see, some extensive hydraulic detailing on the back of the boom. And then coming to this side, it's relatively the same, or not the same, it's same amount of detail. You got some open engine compartments right there. As you can see like a radiator if you look at it in the right light. And you do have a nice crisp Hitachi 470 decal right there. But the part I wanted to show off was that I added the rammer hammer from Greg's Custom Models and the different tracks and a cab guard. So the hammer, it's a pretty nice attachment. It's fairly heavy, so when you do pose the model in some different positions, the cylinders will tend to bleed just a little bit. I have to replace the decals on my hammer, I guess during the installation of the hammer. Finger was wet and kind of smeared the decals, so I do have replacement decals for the model. I just got to get on, got to rip them off and put new ones back on. But overall, it's a nice little hammer. Some nice details to it. Believe they run about, I think it's like $80 or $90 for the hammer itself. It's a nice hammer. If you're definitely looking up to beef up one of your models, I would recommend putting it on there. The one problem that occurred when installing the hammer it was either the brass supplied with the hammer, or we didn't drill out the holes as well as we should have. The pins, the little brass pins that come with the hammer, were a little bit of a pain to get in. But once you get it in, it's not going to come off, so you don't have to worry about that. But that's about it for the hammer. As you can see, I did install an ISM cab guard as well. You have to rip the old handrail off the model. And you do have to take, there is a little light bar. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It's right there. That is on the cab as well. You got to take that off. And you can either mount it on top or mount it where I have it mounted. On the cab guard, I think it looks pretty sweet where it is mounted right there. And then you do have some industrial scale models, 13mm tracks, which I decided to replace the other ones. The other ones were a little tight on the model, very hard to roll. So these ones, they roll, as you can see, no problem right there. But that's just about it for this review. It's definitely, you can definitely make some improvements for the model when you add the hammer, cab guard, and stuff like that. Overall, I'd recommend the 470 to anybody. I'd recommend the hammer to anybody looking for some attachments. It is a little on the high end side, so you do got to keep that in mind. The tracks, they're not necessarily needed to be changed out. I just decided to change them out because the ones that were on mine were a little too tight. But overall, it's some pretty cool mods you can do to these 470s. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, both of my links are in the description. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.